And then I'll show you a bigger example on Bitcoin. So on weekly time frame, as I showed you now in a separate chart, that we had an impulse, a falling correction, right? But of course, we are still bearish. I don't know why I have so many levels here. Let me remove one of them. That's it. Okay, now things are cleaner. So we broke below the 20K zone, which is the 18K, and now it's acting as a resistance zone, right? If you go to daily time frame, you can see it even better. We broke it downward, we retested it, and we are now trading lower. We've got two possible scenarios from here, and it all depends on the chart from H4. Okay, it's very, very crucial to like this decision making here, because we might have a pennant, a channel, or so on. It would be a falling one. So if we have what? If we have a rising correction, it would mean a continuation, right? Because previously bullish, rising, reversal, right? Which is the example. And bearish, falling, reversal, okay? Now, if we have a falling correction, it would mean a reversal. If we have a rising correction, it wouldn't be good. It would mean a bearish movement downward. It would mean that this is a correction before the next impulse movement start. It might be, as mentioned previously, like this impulse as a channel, or if you want, as a flag before we trade lower again, or as a pennant. Okay, oops, and that's it. And then we trade lower again. And let's see how it goes. But for the bulls to reclaim the support, just like, or the opposite of USD dominance, we need to see a break below the 7.8, right? On USD dominance. Here, we want to see a break above the 18K, like this. And you can see it even better from H4 time frame. If we break above this 18K, and to be exact, above this 18.5K, this area here. Okay, if we break it higher, we would be breaking back inside the zone. The buyers would reclaim the support, especially that from daily. Now you can draw as an overall channel by connecting these two highs or even these two highs. Okay, but anyway, let's keep it clean for now and draw only one. Let's extend it and make an offset for it. That's it. That's it. Okay, we are trading inside this big channel, and if we break back above the zone, above the 18.5, we'll be expecting this, and then this, and then this movement, right? And yeah, that's it. So from H4 time frame, I wouldn't like a break below these lows. If we break below it, okay, it will not stop around the 15. Okay, so like for those who are saying that, yeah, the 15 and the 13, 14, this area here is a very strong support area. It's not. Okay, I'll show you why in a bit from daily. But if we break below this one, okay, look at this. A big impulse movement, a consolidation, and then we will have this big impulse movement pushing lower till inside the zone. It would be an impulse correction and then an impulse movement again. Okay, it will not stop here around the 15K. I'll show you how from daily time frame. Okay, on daily, or if you want weekly, it's even better. On weekly time frame, this is the main zone. Let me read the 15 to show it to you better. That's it. Look at how strong this support zone is. Multiple rejections from this area. Moreover, this area is a demand zone because we had the start of the bull run from here, right? Here we go. We had the start from here. And inside this big chart, price paused 3 times. The first one is at the start, of course. The second one is here, right? So big impulse, like full bullish candles, and then consolidation by bearish candles, and then full bullish candles, and then a big consolidation bearish candles. And then, of course, the last one before the reversal. So now, if you check right, that's it. So price filled this one and traded higher, okay? And then we traded lower again, and look at this one. Filled this one, rejected it, but couldn't push higher, which means that there were no buying pressure. So now this is already filled also. Now the only one left is this zone here, which is 10 to 12K, which is not filled yet. It's 10 to 12, as you see here. So if you remove everything, That's it. And you focus on the chart. You draw a level from the upper bound and the level from the lower band. This is it. Okay, so from 9K800 to 12K400, like this. Okay, but of course, like to make it as a round number, go to 12K, and here we go for 10K. Okay, then this is the zone that we are looking at. It happens to be also a resistance zone, as you clearly see, multiple rejections from this area. Anyway, let's get back to our oops, I removed my drawings. Let me hope we get them back. Yeah, fantastic. And the drawings from daily are still there or not from H4? Okay, good. So that's it. Now, if we trade higher, we might reject the 18K and trade lower again. Okay, it's very important because for the bullish to take over, we need to see a break above this 18,500, which is like I doubt that it will happen. On lower time frames on H1, we can see that we have been trading inside this range, a bigger one, and now we are inside this floor. So for the bullish to take over from a short-term perspective, we need to see this break above this area. That's why you see my alert right here. If this break happens, then we'll be expecting further bullish movement inside the 18K, but in this case, we'll be expecting this bearish movement again. Meanwhile, as I posted on TradingView, if you want to watch it, it's here. Okay, this here, this is the zone. I had it in blue here, as you see. So I have it in orange for this layout. That if we break it down, it will be expecting a short-term bearish movement. This is it. Yeah, we broke below these lows. So we're the exact opposite of USDT dominance. We broke above this high right here, and we traded higher, right? Anyway. That's it. This is our next minor support zone lining up with the lower trend line in orange. So of course, we'll be looking for a short-term buy here. Meanwhile, we are bearish unless the bulls kick in again in an aggressive manner, because now if you trade higher, it would be simply a correction before the next impulse move and push lower. For the bulls to take over, we need to see a break above the zone. In this case, we'll be expecting a movement till the 18K. That's it. Okay, Mark, hope you're doing good. Happy to see you here. That's it for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, a very similar approach, a very similar analysis chart. We broke below the 12,500. We broke below it, we retested it, and we are currently here. For the bulls to reclaim this support, we need to see a break above this entire zone, which would be around 1350. If we break it upward, we'll be expecting further bullish movement till this 1500. And this 1500 and the 20K is truly a massive zone, because this is where this crash happened. Okay, this is a supply zone and also an event. Okay, and people usually like tend to to remember levels of the event. Okay, which is clearly around also the 20K, like a round number lining up with this low, right? So like if you remember, as we mentioned previously here, like multiple times, we are bullish and we are trading higher unless we break below the 20K, which happened here. We'll be expecting a movement to the 18K, and this happened. And then here we're looking for buy setups. If you zoom into lower time frames, we were looking for a buy, but that didn't happen. We didn't have a buy setup. We had this high, but it's not broken upward, and instead we broke it downward and we traded lower. Okay, so like this is how you move step by step, and you wait for the market to make the first move, and then you react accordingly. We don't predict, we react. That's it. Anyway, for Bitcoin, we already done it. We spent like 10 minutes there. For Ethereum, a very similar approach. We've got this previous low here, and now if you break below this area, we expect further bearish movements. The next support in this case, if we break below the orange zone again, it would be the 1K, which is a strong support zone. Previously, we had a demand zone here, but it was filled. You can draw this upper bound of this candle. Here we go. Okay, so this demand was filled, but it's now still a support zone. If you zoom out, you can see that we got also rejections from it here. Yeah, that's it. If you break below this low here, which we saw from H4, will be trading lower. For now, here we go. Just like Bitcoin, we broke below these lows. We traded lower, and now for the bulls to take over from a short-term perspective, we need to see a movement like this and then a break above it and above this area here from a like medium-term perspective and so on. So as you can see, like a choppy chart, but I'm trying my best like to explain what are the possible scenarios as you saw like from Bitcoin and Ethereum. That's it for for Ethereum. If you have questions, let me know in the members talk or in the comments, and I'll take a sip meanwhile. Okay, let's move forward to our second section, which is going over like interesting altcoins. So let's start, of course, with NWC. So on weekly time frame, we can clearly see that we are approaching a massive demand zone around 0.005, 0.05. That's it. If you go to daily time frame, we can see that we're looking for buy stops around this area, and then we broke below the support zone. So now we are approaching the lower support zone, which is here. And as you clearly notice, falling bearish movement and then a falling correction, which would mean a reversal, right? So this is what we are looking for now around the support zone, as you clearly see. So this price action here reminds me of this one right here. So we might get stuck for a couple of days around this area before the bulls take over. I'll show you how the bulls will take over from a lower time frame. But from a long-term perspective, as previously as mentioned multiple times, we need to see a break above this resistance zone between 0.16 to 0.2. Now, from lower time frames, that's it. Like I was personally waiting for a break above this resistance. Unfortunately, didn't happen due to the crash of FTX. We traded lower. And now, as you see, here we go, a falling one. We are currently forming also like a triangle or like an ascending triangle or a flat range. It depends on how the price would develop from here, but we can clearly draw this movement right there. Okay, you can draw this zone, you can also make an offset for it. That's it. So for the bulls to take over here, we need to see a break above this range. In this case, we'll be expecting a movement back to this resistance zone. Okay, that's what I'll be personally waiting for. That's it